Hey, average chess fans. Have you ever been watching a game of chess on Twitch or YouTube and suddenly caught yourself saying something like this?
What the f***? How do you say that dude's name?
Well, you aren't alone. Some of these players' names are truly out there. So, I decided to help all of you out. In this series, I'm going to teach you how to pronounce the names of the top 100 grandmasters in the world. The best of the best when it comes to chess, and some of the most complex names in sports and gaming today. Each video will contain 5 players, and as you can see, we're starting at the top. But before we get to the first GM, make sure you watch the whole video because at the end, I'm going to have some news that may lead to you being featured on my channel. So let's get started. Now, our first grandmaster is possibly the most well-known chess player in the world. The best in the world, the ranked #1 in the world,
The GOAT!
Yes, the GOAT of chess and our current, but not in a few weeks, classical world champion. And if you don't know how to pronounce his name at this point, then you probably don't know even who he is. But if you know who he is, then you know that our first grandmaster in today's video is Magnus Carlson. The pronunciation below is pretty self-explanatory. Magnus Carlson. Magnus Carlson. Now that was easy enough for the first name on our list, but boy, are y'all in for a treat. Our second grandmaster on the list is our world's #2 and the challenger. I'll make a video about how funny I think that is. Challenger nonetheless, for the upcoming Classical World Championship and possibly one of the most difficult names in our top 5. That name belongs to this man right here.
Oh, that's easy. That's simply Ian.
See, you, like Americans watching this, would have been right if he was born in America. But he's not an American. He's from the motherland, Russia. So his first name is not pronounced Ian, but it is pronounced Jan. 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 Now, his first name isn't even the hard part. It's his last name. I'm just gonna leave this for you. Had enough time to figure it out?
Like, bruh, there's 5 vowels in his name.
Yes, there are. And if I wouldn't have done my research and preparation of this video, I probably would be sitting here trying to figure it out and be lost just like you guys. So, drum roll, please. Here we have Ian Nepomniachtchi. Didn't catch that? Let me slow it down for you and add a little bit of visuals. Ian, you got that part already. Knee, like your knee. Palm, like your palm. Nah, like
Batman, right?
Yes, I guess that is pronounced nah, like the Batman song. And she, like she's going to the store. So we have Jan, Ni, Palm, Na, She. Ian Nepomniachtchi. Okay, 2 GMs down, 3 to go before we round out the top 5 GMs and how to pronounce their names. So the next grandmaster on our list is ranked number 3 in the world and is the competitor against Ian Nepomniachtchi for the upcoming Classical World Championship. And if you're watching this after May 1st, 2023, then congratulations. You already know who the winner is. Keep it a secret for everybody else. Now, this grandmaster hails from the country China, and there are a few rules with his name, but we'll get to those in a second. But first, let's see who he is and what his first name is. And his last name? Now, normally in most countries, his name would be pronounced Liren Ding, as it's clearly written. And honestly, it feels kind of weird saying it that way. However, in China, out of respect for the family in which your surname or last name comes from, they pronounce their last name first. So, instead of Liren Ding, you would pronounce his name Ding Liren. Alright, we're on a roll. Now, this next grandmaster, I actually had the most difficulty learning and finding out his pronunciation, as it could be pronounced different ways in different languages. Shoot, I was still confirming really how to pronounce his name as I was recording this video. But I was able to find a credible source that was able to correctly pronunciate his name.
Why didn't you just tell him it was the dude's brother with the same last name and he pronounced it correctly? Why you gotta be so secretive like a journalist? Like, I've got secrets and sources.
Well, thanks for that. Yes, it was his own brother that pronounced his own name correctly. Now, with that being said, here is the name of our number 4 ranked player in the world. Again, I'll give you a few seconds to figure it out on your own.
Time. Also, if you managed to make it this far in the video and you found it useful and you learned how to pronounce the names of some grandmasters, then go ahead and like the video right here for me. And if you want to learn more about how to pronounce other grandmasters' names or just want to watch some more chess content, then do my buddy Joe a favor and subscribe to his page as well. That's all I got for y'all. I'm Brosif. See you next video. I'm out.
So here we have Alireza Firouzja. Alireza Firouzja. Don't have any visuals like I did with Ian Nepomniachtchi, but as you can see here, there's not very much that I can do to visualize this name. So I'll say it one more time, two more times really. One time slower and then one more time sped up. Alireza Firouzja. Alireza Firouzja. All right, we are only one grandmaster away from wrapping up the top 5 grandmasters in the world and how to pronounce their names. Now, our final grandmaster's name, unlike Ian Nepomniachtchi and Alireza Firouzja, you won't have as hard as a time trying to figure it out. But also unlike Magnus Carlson and Ding Liren, it's not as easy of a name as you may think. The world ranked number 5 player in the world is... Now, I have heard his name confidently mispronounced more often than anyone else in the top 5. Because people just think it's as easy as it looks and just give it a shot and think they're right. I have heard his first name pronounced Anish, like a dish or a fish. And I've heard his last name pronounced Giri with a sad, soft G. So the next time you watch this Dutch grandmaster on either Twitch or YouTube, you can confidently pronounce his name as Anish Giri. Anish Giri. Amazing. You made it all the way to the end. And if you didn't know before, then you now know how to pronounce the names of the top 5 grandmasters in the world. Magnus Carlson, Ian Nepomniachtchi, Ding Liren, Alireza Firouzja, and wrapping it all up, we have Anish Giri. Oh, and also, now that you made it to the end, I promised you that I had some good news that may feature one, if not some of you, on my channel. Now, I've had a big project that I've been working on for a while now that I would probably be teasing here in the next few weeks or so. But that project will only be successful with your help. So what I'm going to ask you is going to seem a little offbeat than my normal chess content that I post about on this channel, but at the end, I can promise you it's all going to make sense. My ask for you, maybe just be a few select of you, is for those of you who have a PS5, PS4 even, preferably a PS5, and have played the video game Ark and still haven't downloaded. I need you people who watch this video, have a PS4, PS5, and play Ark to leave a comment in this video saying just that. And after a while, you may be selected to participate in my big project and be featured on my channel. Now, don't be disappointed if you don't have a PlayStation or you don't play the game Ark, because your participation and your engagement in this project is what's going to make it a success. So go ahead, stay tuned, and look out for that big project that I'll be teasing here shortly. Well, besides that, if you enjoyed this video and you want to watch more chess content, then this video here should tickle your itch. So go ahead and check it out. But for the rest of you, I hope you have a above average rest of your day. I'm Joe. This is Average Joe Chess. Deuces.